Hey, City Hall, welcome to the Dirge tutorial. First thing we're gonna do here, go on normal mode, and vibration's not important, but you're gonna wanna have sight support to automatic. And then, once you hit X, you're gonna wanna start mashing Start and X to skip the cutscenes. You're gonna be doing that a lot in this run. You don't have to do it as fast as I do, but you're gonna be wanting to mash Start and X. There's some cases in the game where you could just hold X and mash Start. I don't know which cases you can't do that, so I just mash X and Start like that for this, and some cases you're going to want to hold left to skip the save cancel as well. And once we head into the game here, you're going to want to be holding right, and then you want to dash, do some city dashing, and I'll get a little bit more into how to city dash a little later. Picking up that potion brings up a text box, but it's actually important that you get it, because otherwise the game is going to load a lot when you get down to the ladder. Then you do a dash jump in order to hit that barrel a little bit easier. You want to aim to the left so that you can hit it optimally. And these guys, you don't actually need to kill them, and by not killing them, you can actually kill these guys down here in just 2 kicks, and then doesn't use any bullets. It's really fast. Sometimes you get gold. And then down here, right when you pass that part of the stairs, the cutscene starts loading, so you can start skipping it. And I'm treating this tutorial like a speedrun. I figure the smaller the tutorial, the better. And there's another cutscene skip and a save cancel. I don't think I explained save cancels yet, don't worry, I will. So, city dashing, how you do it, I can go over it here, is dash, then you jump, then you push R1 to pull out the reticle, and then you hit circle to cancel it so you keep going faster. Then you're going to want to pick up the magic and the fire materia. You don't need to equip the fire materia yet, because we're going to do that later, and it's actually going to save us some bullets. Then we shoot this barrel to kill these 2 guys. Another one's going to come out here. And then what I like to do is I like to shoot this guy, and then by looking down this hallway, that's going to trigger the guy to come out from the left. So then once we cancel this, go over here, get this gold, this guy shows up really quick. And then, yeah, we go over here. There's gonna be a guy with a limit breaker we want to kill. There it is. And you know, if you ever jump, it doesn't have to be in a city dash. You can cancel your momentum by aiming and then canceling at any time. Alright, head into this cutscene. And if you know where the cutscene triggers, you can start mashing Start and X. And it's not going to pause your game as long as the game is trying to load in a cutscene, so you could start mashing as early as possible to guarantee that you won't miss it. And then you want to just, you know, city dash down this hallway, try to stay as straight as possible. I'm not going to repeat anything in this tutorial. You can just go back in the video, feel free anytime. Rewatch the video 3 times, you know, and the hard parts, just keep rewatching it. And it's important to know what direction to hold. Right there, you want to hold up and left at the start of that cutscene, and then dash. And now here, don't aim at this barrel immediately. You're going to want to get the Mako point and then shoot the barrel, because then that's how you get all those guys right there. And it's not super important to get all of them, but getting more is better, because you get more gil at the end of the mission, and you want to have some form of a chain heading into this part. So now you'll notice we're at 12 bullets. What I like to do here is turn off this gate, then pause immediately, and then, so triangle to pause, down, down, X, up, X, X, circle, circle. That's the menu right there. You'll notice we equip the fire materia, and our bullets are max. Now we build the chain, fire these guys, fire these guys. If you miss them, you can just shoot them, not a problem. And then, you know, fire the rest of them. Sometimes you hit both of these guys with 2 fires. Usually you do. Now we have the long barrel. This menu is going to be triangle X, down XX, down XX. Or sorry, just down X. Circle, circle. Then you're gonna go in here. You're gonna have a save cancel. So you hold left, hit X, then you skip the cutscene. Now pay attention to this little loading thing. Once it blinks twice, that's when you know you have to go in. Then you hold up right on the stick, and you start mashing. Alright, so I messed it up there. So I'm gonna pause. Alright, I'll pick it back up here so I can explain some things. First off, the reason I'm not playing on emulator, it would be more convenient so that I could save state, but, you know, the game loads different sometimes on emulator, so I want to show, you know, some strats are dependent on the loading screen itself, so I do want to show those. Another thing, there should be a link to join the Discord in the description. If you ever have any questions at all, you can ask anyone there, including myself. Alright, now you want to watch for when this disc blinks twice. At least that's how it is on my PS2. I don't know if PS2s are different. And then you hold up and right on the right stick and start mashing R1. Also, there's a potion in here if you want to get it. In this case, I need it pretty bad. And again, you're gonna need to save cancel. Now, while the game is loading, you can actually still play. So you saw I was city dashing in that hallway. That hallway is really long, and you spawn all the way in the back of it, but you can city dash pretty much all the way here. Now, I should have reloaded before coming in here, but you're gonna want to shoot pretty much as soon as you come in here. No save cancel, so you can just skip the cutscene. Definitely heal before you die is a good tip for Dirge, I'd recommend. Then if you just aim at the corner here after killing all these guys, you should be able to one-shot him with your chain shot. Then you're gonna have a cutscene skip, and then a save cancel. For these, you can just hold left on your D-pad and mash X at a reasonable pace. If you mash it too fast, you risk just like closing and opening the menu over and over. Then you hold slightly to the right and start dashing, and you should be able to get to the right side of this and leave. Now, when you do this fire shot, don't aim for the ground, aim for the boxes. You see, when I aim for the ground, I actually miss the boxes. And then you can get that 500 gil. And there is another potion there on the right if you need it. I just don't get it because it wastes a little bit of time. And then don't grab this item here. It's going to cause a text box and waste time. Now, down the stairs, city dashing is dash, jump, then reticle, then cancel. A hall dash is just dashing, then reticle, and cancel. It might hypothetically be faster downstairs because you don't have the hang time that city dashing would get you, but that hasn't been proven yet. So for now, just city dash down the stairs until Shademp tells you that it's actually faster. Then what you're going to want to do, I don't know if it's faster to shoot these box, but I like to do dash into them, and then 2 kicks. A dash counts as a hit. Then shoot one of these guys to build up a 3 chain going into Dragonfly 2. And I'm going to use another potion here, which means we're going to end the level with 3. You're going to want to end the level with 4, but trust me when I say potions don't really matter. They don't heal enough to matter. Then going up this incline here, you can city dash a little bit faster, but if you get too gung-ho about it, you risk not dashing at all, so just keep up some kind of rhythm. And I can let you listen to the city dash rhythm here. Might give you an idea. Then you have a save cancel, then a cutscene skip. And now in the start of this fight, just keep mashing L1, and then you're going to fire off 1 shot, and you should fall. Then you reload, hit these 2 boxes to build a 1 chain, shoot him while you get the bullets. Then if you go over here, there's a limit breaker you can get. We're going to sell that. Shoot him a little more. Then you shoot 1 fire, 2 fire, hit the box, get the high potion, 3 fire, 4 fire, shoot him and he should go down, reload, hit the boxes, get the potion, shoot him to the finish, get this box. It's a Phoenix down you could sell for 1,000 gil. If you're really hot, you could use your Phoenix down, get this Phoenix down, and then just get these bullets. And, you know, getting the second Phoenix down is a little tight, so I definitely don't recommend it for beginners. I don't usually do it either. Then you skip your cutscene, you split on stage results if you want to. Then you're mashing X through here. Make sure you take the gil. You're going to want to take the experience in 1 level in the game, and then all the late game levels, the really late game levels, but for the most part you want the gil. So now that should bring you to a reasonable amount of gil. I didn't count it out or whatever. Then you're going to want to sell Phoenix down, your 2 limit breakers, and that should give you enough to upgrade Cerberus twice and Long Barrel once. Then you hit circle twice, then left the next to exit. Keep mashing cutscenes and you're on to the next level. And after this we're going to get to like an auto-scrolling shooting section. I'll show it just so you can like know where all the dogs spawn, I guess, but like you can figure that out just by playing the game. Eventually you will get better at this section. And getting an S rank on this level is actually a little bit important. And the 3 main controllable factors to S rank are accuracy, the amount of targets you've got, and the damage you've taken and the items you've used. So I recommend trying your hardest not to use any items, and trying your hardest not to shoot so much that your accuracy score suffers, and also trying your hardest to hit as many dogs as you can. So basically what I'm trying to say is, like, get good, and you'll do good. I haven't gotten an A rank on this mission in a long time, but, you know, if you're having trouble getting an S rank, you will get better at it. And it's a difference of 3,000 gil, which can be made up in the run later, but it does waste a good bit of time. But yeah, we'll get into that when we get there. The maximum amount of dogs you can get here is 44 in this section, which is, or sorry, a 45, which would be a 44 chain. And some of the dogs are really tricky. You'll probably get hit here a lot until you know where the ones that hit you go. Then you want to hold left, mash X, because the save cancel comes first, then you start skipping the cutscene. Now, this part here, you'll notice we have 24 bullets because we upgraded our Cerberus. That's only going to last this level. You can melee these first 3 dogs to save a bullet. And, you know, bullets are important to save. Not too important, but you don't want to buy bullets because buying bullets wastes time. If you have to, it's not a big deal. NT1 Evolution will tell you never to buy bullets, but, you know, don't tell them I told you buying bullets is okay. It only wastes like 10 seconds maximum. And then just shoot all the dogs you can. Now, the science on this is a bit weird, but actually getting a chain above 18 is going to make you do a little bit less damage to the boss coming up, because it, like, caps his health. So we got an 18 chain here, so that's perfect. You might want to consider, if you've got enough dogs in the first section, holding off on getting the other dogs and stopping at 18. But anyway, you could run in the dark there a little bit. Once we get to this boss, what you're going to want to do is aim at him, and then press R3 to scope, because sometimes if you just aim at him and shoot, your bullets will just miss, like, magically. Like, I have no idea why. But, anyway, you can look on over at him, aim, shoot him, and you see we did a ton of damage because we had an 18 chain. Now, the first blue dog that you kill in this fight is going to drop the Thunder Materia, and that's important, so you're going to want to pick that up. Then you just city dash over here, and you'll notice I have 9 bullets. I'm going to want max bullets for this boss, so what I like to do is open the gate, city dash, then reload, and that spaces you perfectly to reload into the loading screen. And now we're going to, I think if you go this way, you hit the loading screen faster. I'm not totally sure. Again, anything I say, totally subject to being not true. If you want to, like, figure stuff out, you know, we get some fresh eyes on this, then, you know, please do. So these guys, you'll get a critical hit on them when they're facing the front, and if you look at them, they'll start to face you. Now, you could do that fight really fast. You could just, like, bop, bop, if you time it really good. I don't time it really good. I'm not very good at that fight, so don't look to me for, or don't look to this tutorial for doing Pegasus Riders, but you might be able to imagine how that's supposed to go. So yeah, I got an S rank here. I should have shown what goes into S rank. Maybe another level will do that. But again, you're going to want to take the gil, and this is a lot of gil. And then you're just going to want to upgrade your weapon and your barrel for this one. And you can just hit right. There you go. By the way, last level, I don't know if it was seeable, but we upgraded our weapon twice and our barrel once. I think I said that. Anyway, you want to just hold left, mash start and X. That's going to skip save cancels and cutscenes. It's a little cheat. And this level actually it always surprises me when you go in, but you could be holding, you know, you can run in the dark for maybe like half a second there. And then, you know, I'm not going to go too much into the pathing. The pathing in this level can get a bit confusing for newcomers, but you'll learn it quickly, so I won't go over it too much in this tutorial. Now for this, after this cutscene, if you hold about here on your controller, which is down and back, it didn't quite work there, but you should be able to get this key card in the dark, and you'll hear a little noise. It'll go ba-jing. And, you know, you maybe practice that, figure out the angle for yourself, because clearly I have it wrong. Here's a little tech. If you dash and then you notice when you dash, you can't really move, but if you press X after you dash off of a cliff, you can control your angle. Not a big deal. If you don't remember that, you know, who cares, but, just figured I'd mention it. Now, this level can be very dangerous. There's snipers in this level that can deal about 300 damage, and you're gonna want to keep your high potions ready for when that inevitably happens. For this part, just avoid getting hit by dogs, go into this loading screen here, and then after this, you want to hold down and to the right to get over here. Then shoot this guy. Not really sure if getting this magic is necessary, but I get it. and that's going to be a free Phoenix down. And then you want to chase out. Now, here's where the sniper is going to do 300 damage to you. If you stay to the left here, you should take a little bit less damage, and just try to get in the door without taking too much heat. And then, you know, use the Phoenix down at some point. It doesn't have to be right there. Just don't die. So you might even want to use it before so that you don't die. And then you don't actually need to kill these guys, and you don't need to get this high potion either. But once you get to about here, you trigger it and you could just leave. But I like to get this high potion because it's free healing, which clearly I need. And then you do need to kill these two guys. And trigger the kid. Then there's going to be a cutscene and a save cancel. And then what you're going to want to do is just run past the kid, and then he's going to get attacked by a dog, right? And then once he gets attacked by a dog, the dog's going to carry him around and he's going to drop the keys. Now, you don't have to waste any time. You can come around here, get this limit breaker, and you can get back there before the kid drops the keys really easily. Like you saw, I was putzing around, and I'm still probably going to almost make it. Usually I make it very easily, but you'll see he drops the key there, and that key opens up this door. Normally, just regular dash jumping is faster when you're going upstairs because you don't have to reticle cancel or whatever, but not a big deal. Only chumps climb this ladder. What you're going to want to do, shout out to NT Evolution, dash, then double jump, and with good timing, you should be able to get up that ladder easily. At some point, you know, if you see your bullets are low, and you know you're going to need to shoot twice before the next thing, you're going to want to find a clever place to reload. So here I'm going to reload right before this door, and that's going to save me a little bit of time because I had to wait for the door to open, so that was time I couldn't be dashing anyway. Right there is a toy gun, you don't need it. And then, yeah, just continue along. And, you know, I'm getting hit a little bit more because I'm going a little bit slower than I normally do, despite the fact that I'm rushing. I just don't want the tutorial to be like 6 hours long, you know? Preferably it's like slightly more than run length. This guy's gonna drop a high potion, so you're gonna want to kill him. I died. And you know, dying's okay. That's what you have Phoenix Downs for. And you're slightly invincible for a small amount of time right after you recover from Phoenix Down. So keep that in mind. That might save your life sometimes. And, you know, just use your high potion if you ever get below 300 HP, because getting shot by a sniper at 300 HP will probably kill you. And then coming into here, you'll notice I have 6 bullets, so I'm going to reload into this loading trigger. And then here, you're going to want to skip the cutscene, skip the save trigger, and then what you're going to want to do in the dark is go right for a little bit, then hold up. And that should, because you spawn right, like, here-ish, so you want to go right, then go up. And then you can actually walk through that guy, and you can, yeah, you can walk through that guy. Definitely high potion before you die. And make sure not to use your limit breakers. I just reset if I use them, you know? There is a little bit of wiggle room, you know? There's extra limit breakers you can get in the run. But, yeah. Anyway, start shooting these guys. You don't need a chain as big as the chain I'm gonna get, but, you know, bigger the chain, the better, I guess. You know, for example, starting the chain there, that's fine. So you're gonna kill that guy, kill him. Then these little in-between barrels, like in-between gate parts, will actually stop your bullets. Okay, we dropped the chain there. But anyway, kill that guy, kill that guy. You can imagine how building a chain works. Then you open up there, you go in. I'm gonna restart. Okay, I'm back with 13 chain, which is a little bit overkill. But anyway, you're gonna want to go in this door. And you could either skip the save cancel and then skip the cutscene, but it's actually a little bit faster if you can skip the cutscene before the save cancel shows up, so I'm going to try to do that. And we did. And then you're going to want to hold back, then once your health bar loads in, you aim to look at him, then you scope, aim at his head, and shoot him. That should be good. Make sure you don't hit the missile, and yeah, that should be it. Then you split. Yeah, hitting the missile is a problem, but you see I shot him for like 8,000, which is a lot more than we need. Sometimes you could A-rank this mission. It's not a big deal. It's only the difference of 1,000 gil. And here, we're actually going to want to take the experience, mostly because the upgrade in HP is going to be useful for not dying. And then you could also buy some high potions. I actually wait on buying the high potions so that I could skip this shop entirely. It's a little fast, and I never use high potions in this level, but If you want to, they're here. You can buy them. They're only 300. It's not a big deal to buy them, but I'm just going to leave. And now we have Headquarters Under Siege. Now, this is another level where it loads you in and you can move pretty immediately, so you're going to want to be ready for that. And, yeah, this level's mostly shooting dudes in the right order, so let's do it. You know, sometimes the loads in this game could be a little long. Biggest tip is, don't be antsy like me. Be ready to wait for some loading. Yeah, and like I said, just immediately spawns you in. So I like to shoot the guy in the middle, then curve over here, then this guy shows up. And, right, you know, if your chain doesn't go up, that's how you know you didn't kill the guy, so you need to shoot him again. And, you know, dodging those rockets is impossible. You could shoot him in between there like that. That's a nice little swag shot. And then you're going to want to look to the left and shoot... Oh, never mind. You're going to want to hit all these guys with fire. I was thinking of the wrong floor. Then this guy's going to drop a key card. The last guy you kill will drop the key card, so you do need to kill all those guys. And then you're going to want to kill all the guys on the bridge. And if you build up a high enough chain, you can actually kill all the other guys coming up here with a fire. And if you aim at the right one, you can kill all of them with a fire, or at least most of them like I just did. Then don't get surprised by that guy. Get a little free MP. You can reload before going into the door. that missile was impossible to dodge. Anyway, there's going to be two guys coming out of this hallway here. You need to kill both of them. Kill the missile guy. He's going to drop some gil that you want. Then here's where you aim to the left and hit the barrel. And these guys, try not to aim at them, and if you do, try to aim at their side so that you can kill both of them with one fire shot. And that's going to improve your end mission bonus, and you can S-rank this mission too. And now here, there's a loading trigger, so feel free to reload before you go into it. And now we're coming up a little elevator section. We need to trigger this elevator to go down so that we can go back down. There's a line, an imaginary line, like right here-ish, that you just need to walk past and then get out of there. And that will trigger the elevator, they'll go down, and you can start going to town. I like to hit all these guys with a fire, but any way you kill them is fine. There should be one guy left over, one guy over there. Get the gravity floater, get the gil. Gravity floater, not super necessary, but you could sell it for 700 gil. And then you're going to city dash, and this is the timed part. If any of y'all who watch this tutorial get more than a 15 on the time part, you're fraudulent. So first, fire the guy in the back. Shoot this guy. Fire the dogs. Should be a barrel coming up. Then that... Oh, okay. I'm looking fraudulent. And then you can kill those two in one shot. And you do need to kill every enemy in order to trigger this. And yes, I am fraudulent. Don't make fun of me. And then you're just going to hold back. And this... I think this goes right, left. I don't know. I go by muscle memory. There should be another right, then a left, then a right, then a right. Yeah, there you go. And getting this Mako is pretty important. You're going to need it a little bit later. And, you know, you don't need to bother reloading into this cutscene trigger because there's about to be a big elevator section. And, you know, you could take this little elevator to kind of slow down. Check your items, see if maybe you want to heal a little bit before the upcoming section. You'll kind of get a feel for how much HP you want going into every section of the game, you know, by like dying there a couple times. Now there is handgun bullets in this box if you want it. It's a little like baby box. We're not going to get it because we don't want it. I think it's like 60 in there. And there's also a jukebox if you want to buy stuff. Anyway, right over here, there's a limit breaker and handgun ammo. We don't need it, so we're not going to get it. And you can dash through that guy. And now, this chain shot is a little hard. So I'm just going to do it and say, you know, you can rewatch the video to figure out how to do it. If you hit that barrel with a fire, that's obviously not what you're supposed to do, but it's fine. Not sure why that guy didn't die. Alright, we died. I'll be Okay, we are back. Okay, so because I restarted, we're gonna have a little bit more gil than normal, but that's good because this is a tutorial, so I don't want to be caught having not enough gil. But anyway, these little, like, robot dudes only die to fire, so you do need to fire them. And, in case you need extra time, you can shoot this barrel, but you don't really have to. you can make it to this guy fast enough. And now that we have a 13 or 14 chain, we should be able to one-shot Shulk, the next boss. And, you know, you can reload if you want to. Then hit X is going to be save cancel. That's the thing I was talking about, you know, if you mash weird, it's going to keep closing the box and everything. Anyway, this load is super long, one of the longest loads in the game, so just, you know, don't worry, your PS2 is not broken. It's just loading. And what you're going to want to do is, when your health bar comes down, that means you're in the game. So then you're going to want to press R1. She's going to hit you twice. Then you're going to move in. You're going to bop her. Just like this. Just like that. That was a little fire alarm. Anyway, 268 HP might not seem like a lot, especially since we're coming into another boss, but don't worry, the boss is not that hard. Anyway, that's a great example of where dash jumping is a little bit faster than city dashing, because you wouldn't actually be able to get to the ground a second time. But what you're going to do for this boss is he's only damaged by barrels. You can see I really didn't do much damage with that shot right there. So you want to hit him with those 3 barrels, go back here, get the handgun ammo, shoot 1 or 2 of these down here, and then hopefully he walks. Otherwise, he's just going to keep shooting and slamming and be annoying. It's complete RNG, but eventually he's going to walk over here like this. Then, when you're ready, you hit these barrels, and you can hit both of those barrels with 1 shot to save a little bit of time. Then you go get this handgun ammo, and you're done with the level. Pretty easy, pretty painless most of the time, but sometimes he sits there and just... Anyway, we're going to want to take the Gil again. And now we're heading into Manor of Despair. And Manor of Despair has a chain shot with Thundaga. By the way, you should be at about 20,000, 18,000 at the end of this level, but don't worry about it too much. I'm at 23. Again, money isn't the most important thing in this run, but it can get tight. You are going to want to take the Gil. Then, like I said, there's going to be a Thundaga chain shot. So not only do we want to buy high potions, we want to buy the Materia booster and the Materia floater for 1,000 gil each. Then just upgrade your Cerberus and you're good to go. You can, if you have an extra Phoenix down from the first level, this is probably a good place to sell your Phoenix down and your Gravity Floater. Anyway, you can dash into the next cutscene, skip it, and start dashing through. If you're low on bullets, maybe below 200, there is bullets right in there that are really not too slow to get, and it's 72, which is a lot. And then, you know, if this guy pokes you, it's good luck. That's bad luck. Anyway, if you just walk off or dash off of this ledge, you won't be able to pull out the gun again. So you want to jump off of this ledge to aim at that guy and start shooting at him. Then, 2 Sahagin are going to spawn, 1 here, 1 over there. And then after you kill those 2, 2 more are going to spawn by the door. And then once you kill those 2, they'll drop the key card, and you can be on your way. Now this is, this, I don't know if my routing here is impeccable, but, you know, you can kind of follow along. City dashing here is actually faster, because for some reason when you dash jump, you can't dash immediately again after bonking your head. Is a little weird, but, you know, I don't make the rules. And then, you know, other than that, you can just really kind of mosey on your way through the sewers if you know where you're going. You know, this movement isn't impeccable, but I'm not exactly the greatest speedrunner of all time. I am simply making the tutorial. Anyway, here you want to press X, then once your health bar goes up, you want to mash the cutscene skip, and then jump down here and do the same thing. And your game might get a little blurry here, but then you want to shoot the box, get the 500 gil. And here's a good time to talk about reload cancels. You can cancel a lot of things at a reload in this game, like melee. Another one is grabbing ladders. And it's never really too important, but you can do it there if you want. I wouldn't really recommend it, because wasting time here is bad, because we're about to head into a part where we need to wait for an elevator. And, like, if you, like, you know, putz around over here, no one's really going to care because you're already waiting for an elevator. Anyway, crouch down here and walk a little bit to get through this thing, because if you just crouch and dash, you won't actually make it through, so you want to crouch, walk, then do it. Now, this menu's a little bit hard. It's triangle, and you should already be on customize from the last customize. So it's triangle, then customize. Then you're going to want to go down here and equip the power booster, which should be X up X. Then you're going to want to hit R2. Then it's going to be X down X, X down X, X down X to equip all the materia stuff. That's just in the right spot, very nice. And then you're going to want to do another X up X on the power cross. And that should equip... Now you have your main weapon, which has power booster, you know, it's powerful. You have your secondary weapon for the big Thundaga shots. And you have your third weapon for only for fighting Azul, and maybe if you run out of MP for black soldiers later. But anyway, these are going to be... You're never going to need to do another customize for the rest of the game. The world record run actually does some level 3 fire stuff that I don't do, so like, feel free to look into that. That's not really my purview, so I actually, you know, like I said, not the best, just the guy who's making the tutorial. But yeah, I'm not sold on the level 3 fire stuff, but that doesn't mean it's good. I mean, not good, sorry. Anyway, once these elevator door opens, they actually need to open completely before you can really move out. If you want to, you can kind of save this mana point and then use some fire shots here. It's a little bit slower to be jumping over it like that, but it's not too slow. Anyway, this is kind of just like a little Hogan's Alley, a little Wild Guns action. You know the deal. This is handgun bullets, I think, so you're going to want to get that before you leave. And, you know, since we left the Mako point there, we could use fire. And again, you know, if you don't use fire here, it's not a big deal. It doesn't save that much time. It's just, you know, fire can't miss, and it does pretty good damage. And not only that, but it raises your end of mission bonus for using magic. So, keep that in mind. Then you're going to want to, I don't know exactly how many it is, but you have a bunch of cutscenes, bunch of save cancels. And then you're going to play as Kate Sith. My secondary tip after be okay with waiting for loading screens is be okay to losing runs to the Kate Sith section. Sometimes in these sections you just die and there's nothing you can do about it. I'm going to go quick through here because the slower you go, the more you get shot. So try to keep up, and I'm probably going to drop some explanation stuff. But anyway, once you get to this second pipe here, you can skip a cutscene pretty immediately, and then you can jump while the game is dark and try to get that guy to shoot boxes here. Now, here, there's a loading screen if you go too fast. Like, not a loading screen, but like a wall. An invisible wall that only goes away after the game loads a little bit, and it's inconsistent. So I like to wait here for, like, a second, maybe? It's like a feel thing, and I don't have the feel for it, so don't listen to me. But anyway, we're definitely good to jump over here now. And after this cutscene, there is a skip, where I will try to show you how to do it. I will not do it successfully, but you can land on the corner of that box there, and we would be here for another hour if I tried to actually show you that happening successfully. But anyway, let's skip a cutscene. Then this part's pretty easy. You just run around, and you know, you can jump if you think that might make you dodge bullets a little bit better when you're at like 8 HP. But yeah, then you're gonna skip some cutscenes. I believe it's skip 2 cutscenes, then a save cancel. Then you're gonna load in as Vinny again. And you know, just up here you're gonna open 2 doors, nothing too special. Yeah, now we're just coming up with the basement section. So that Kate Sith section was like pretty optimal. Like nothing much went wrong, but if you fall down from that invisible wall, you might need to climb up the ladder again, and that wastes about 5 seconds. Not a fun time. You might think 5 seconds is not a lot, but, you know, it do be a lot, though. Anyway, you go through here. Here's where city dashing is really good, because a dash jump, you actually wouldn't have time to land. But, anyway, if you dash, that guy will fall off of the box. This guy has a bunch of gil. There's a phoenix down in here, so make sure you get that if you can hold it. Which, you know, you probably will be able to. Anyway, this guy sometimes drops handgun bullets, so I like him. Rifle bullets this time. 60 handgun bullets there you're probably going to want. City dashing here is pretty good. Dash jumping is also good because you bop your head. I don't really know what's faster, but whatever gets you around here. Now these mines, you could probably hear them go beep beep beep. My audio's always off, so I don't. But anyway, once you walk close enough to them, they'll appear. Then you can move back and shoot them. Sometimes it's faster to just walk into them if, like, you know they're there and you know you can't shoot them. I like to walk into that one in particular. You do take damage, but that's fine. Anyway, you know, I didn't mean to walk in that one, but you can see why it's hard. I like to shoot that barrel because it's problematic. Anyway, there's a lot of ways to get across this gap. What I personally like to do is jump and then do 2 kicks, but, you know, whatever way you find to get across that gap consistently, then, you know, go wild, right? Why don't I show the chain shot? So, there's a bunch of ways, there's 2 ways to build the chain shot you're gonna need for this boss, and I'll try to show both. But, yeah, the first way here, okay, so I messed up the first way, but you're supposed to, like, shoot a guy, save those barrels, shoot the barrels. Anyway, I don't do it this way anyway, and then, yeah, you shoot this guy, then you kind of save that guy a little bit, and then you could hit these 3 guys with a fire materia. But anyway, I'm gonna do it the way that I always do it, because I'm better at it, and I think it's better. But, yeah, world record does it the first way, so, you know, do it whichever way you want. I'm not gonna be the dark manner of despair chain shot police as much as I'd like to be. So anyway, you fall down here, shoot these guys. You're gonna want to shoot a guy right before going into this hallway. Then, you know, get a reload if you can. Not a big deal if you can't. Then again, you're gonna want to shoot some dudes and make sure you shoot a dude right before going into this hallway. Preferably a couple, because you want to build that chain up a little bit, because one-shotting the boss is pretty quick. And then there's gonna be a guy coming out of this door. And you know, just don't let the chain drop. Chain drops, you reset the run. Easy. You can melee those guys. It might be easier and faster. I haven't really tried it. But yeah, then you go in here and you make sure, for beginners, if you're not that used to city dashing, when you have a big chain built like this, a big important chain, I would actually recommend just dash jumping instead of city dashing, because when you city dash, you might accidentally jump, then press the circle button, and doing a kick will actually get rid of your chain. Anyway, there's a Mako point here if you need it. Try not to need it because it wastes time to get. Also, there's a jukebox over here if you forgot to buy the materia booster and floater, you can buy them right now and then just equip them. Waste a little bit of time to not buy it at the shop, but anyway. So then you want to switch to weapon 2 and just start mashing L1. And you see, if he only has a little bit of health left, you can just shoot him, because you dealt the max damage. If he has some health left because your chain is small, you might need to use more Thundagas. Anyway, by carrying 2 Thundaga into the next level, we could use them to kill the enemies at the beginning of the next level. Also, I just didn't use the Phoenix down that whole time, I guess. Anyway, once he starts flipping the gun, you could start skipping cutscenes. I just got lazy. We're going to want to take the Gil here, and then we're going to want to upgrade the power booster we just got. That's actually going to upgrade the... power booster normally gives you a 25% upgrade. That's going to boost it up to a 50% upgrade. So, power booster is a high priority upgrade if you can afford it. There we go. We also want to buy high potions for this level. And then we'll be on our merry way. So coming up here, there's going to be 2 little robot dudes, and once they line up a little bit, like within like a thunder cone range, you can shoot them both. And then just, you know, you get like 2,000 damage for, you know, pretty quick. Again, I'm not skipping cutscenes as good as I can be. I'm just expecting the game to load in. A lot of loading in this game. A lot of, you know, it's the 3rd time I've missed a cutscene in the past minute. We're good. Okay, so yeah, once they line up, you can Thundaga them both, and then just shoot them with weapon 2. Because it has a short barrel, the shot speed is a little bit faster, but of course it's a little bit less powerful. You can Thundaga this guy too, if you have, like, even more MP, like I do, but I won't make you. Just make sure you get this little MP here. You know, it's free. And try to reload right there, right, while you're waiting for the door. Because you're gonna need to reload, or you're gonna want to have a full clip coming up, like, kinda soon here, and there's not really many good places to reload until you need it, you know? There's a little bit of geometry here you can get stuck on, just make sure you jump over it cleanly. These little ostrich guys coming up, or maybe we passed them, I don't remember. Yeah, I think we passed them. The little ostrich dudes drop red potions if you feel like you really need healing. And there's a bug dude coming up that hits me pretty much every time. Alright, I got him this time. Yeah, there's another bug dude you want to kind of watch out for. And now here, you're going to want to dash jump around, and then shoot these robot dudes, and then look down the hallway and shoot I didn't get him this time. Oh, maybe I did with the barrels. But anyway, you want to get those, that 4,000 gil is pretty important to kill all 4 of those dudes. 2 of the robots and 2 of them are just foot soldiers. Anyway, you want to, at this part, once you kill all of these guys, then the plane cycle will start. And while you're waiting for the plane cycle, you could do whatever you want, but, yeah, now all the dudes, I'm not sure if you need to go inside the turret or not, but I always do call it good luck or whatever. But now that the plane cycle is going, we can't make this any faster, so we might as well go get some items. So I'm gonna get the mana right there, and then we're gonna go back and we're gonna get all sorts of gil and limit breakers and potions and stuff that we left behind over here. Pretty ingenious. I say that like I'm the one who thought of it. I'm not. I came up with city dashing, as you might have guessed, and a couple of chain shots in the route is about all I've done. Anyway, this guy dropped ammo. That's pretty lucky. So all boxes in the game take 3 hits, like that. And you can do that with, you know, aerial 1, 2, 3, or a dash also counts as a hit. I was gonna say, but not the final hit, but apparently I'm wrong. I've never just dashed into a box 3 times before, I guess. But anyway, dashing counts as a hit on the box, so you can do dash, then jump, jump, or dash, then jump, kick, kick. And because I took my time there explaining stuff, we're gonna miss the first 2 helicopters here. Not a big deal, it doesn't actually amount to much, but, you know, we'll come shoot some helicopters basically for fun. But it does get us gil. You know, shooting the head of the helicopter does more damage, yada yada. That's how you shoot helicopters. But anyway, you can watch these guys. They're going to point their guns at the dudes. It's not 100% reliable because they're a little delayed, but I'm going to pause real quick because this part's really slow, and I think you get how to do it, so I'll... Okay, so the final 2 ships are about to appear. You're going to want to kill the small ship first, and then kill the big ship, and you don't want to wait too long on killing the top ship, because that's where the dudes are going to come out of when the ship gets wrecked, but there is like a big delay after you kill the ship, so I don't think it matters too much how quickly you kill this main ship here, but obviously, you know, don't take your time with it. You might as well just kill it quick, right? And you know, of course, aiming for the head is going to do more damage. Make sure you shoot any missiles that come your way so you don't take damage, and then there's going to be 3 dudes coming out of this ship. You can either, you know, if you need some MP, rejuice over there, or if you need a potion, you can get one here while you're waiting for them to drop. And then once they drop, they're going to start running towards you. So you don't want to chase them, you want to let them come to you a little bit, because they actually run at the same speed you do, if not a little bit faster. So you want to kill the front guy last, because he's going to be the one that's going to drop the key card then. So you saw how I did it right there is pretty much exactly how you want to do it, very clean. You could use fire if you want, because there's, you know, an MP point right here. You get a bonus for collecting MP points. You get a bonus for using fire. And I don't think I've ever S-ranked this mission, but I'm sure it's possible. And you know, there's just a ton of potions lying around here, so you can feel free to use your potions. However, the flip side to that is, the more potions you use, the lower your mission bonus, and which, again, doesn't really matter, but the other thing is that you're gonna get a full heal coming up very soon, like right after these couple guys here. So what you're gonna want to do is kill this front guy, come around this bend, then kill these 2 guys. Then okay, well, preferably you want to keep the chain going for the boss. Then the dogs should come here and over here, but sometimes that changes, and I don't know why. So just stay on your toes, I guess, you know? Then you're going to want to switch to weapon 2, because this dude coming up here, you're going to blast him with some thunder. And, yeah, this is the part that fully heals you, is this loading screen right here. And you're going to see in the bottom left, it's going to look like I have no chain. That's actually just a visual glitch. It still carries over your chain, don't worry about it. And if you pull in a 5 chain to this boss, you should be able to kill him with 2 Thundagas. It might take me 3, because I'm only pulling in like a 3 chain. So, you know, it's improvisation that I'm teaching you. But anyway, you just mash L1 and you should be good. And this guy here drops a potion if you need it. Yeah, that was 3. Now this part here, you are able to walk in the dark, but there's an invisible wall right here until the game's ready to let you through. So just be aware of that when you're freaking out going, why won't it let me through? Right there's some handgun bullets in the front suitcase. And again, I'd only recommend using potions here if you really need to heal, but you might not need to heal at all. Usually I don't, but, you know, if you do, there's no shame in it. And don't bother healing once you get down these stairs, because there's no more enemies for the rest of the level. And this is the part of the level where you go, oh my god, I'm gonna be green by 20 seconds, and then the game loads for a full 20 seconds, so, you know, just chill out. I'm gonna pause while I wait for the game to load. How do you like that? There's nothing more optimal than skipping loads. I hope all this pausing doesn't desync my audio or anything, but we should be fine. Then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take the Gil, and I think we're heading into the level with the Shrieks. You might consider upgrading your long barrel, I don't know. This is where my Gil route gets kind of whack, but anyway, you upgrade the, I'll upgrade the power booster, I suppose, and definitely want to buy high potions. So buying an ether here, if you have enough confidence with your Gil route and you know that you're up by 1,000 Gil, you're going to be fine. Buying an ether here saves about, maybe like 4 seconds, so I'm going to buy one just to demonstrate where you would use it, and I'll also demonstrate where you would not use it if you don't have it. Anyway, I think that we're good on this shop now, and we're heading into the Shera. The Shera is pretty easy. I'll probably like so instead of pausing this tutorial, if you're good on the Shera and you know you're good on the Shera, you could just skip ahead in the YouTube video until you next see gameplay. I guarantee you there will not be a timestamp. This video is not edited. But also, I don't know where to walk while the game is loading. You should look to someone else for that. Again, not the greatest Dirge runner in the world. But, you know, you probably want to hold right or something while the game is loading there. Then you're going to talk to Yuffie once. It's really just knowing who to talk to and then skipping the cutscene. Then you're going to talk to Reeve, I think. I always talk to Reeve. I'm like 99% sure that you have to, but I could just be fooling myself. This is the part of the run where if you're at AGDQ, you ask for some donations. This is the part of the tutorial where I wish I skipped it. Oh, you know what? You don't actually need to talk to her. You can just go back through here. And now you need, this part, you need to skip a lot of cutscenes and skip a lot of save cancels. But don't mash it too early, because if you restart right before this cutscene, it'll actually make the cutscene unskippable for some reason. I've had that glitch happen to me once. Don't let it happen to you. Alright, coming up here, you want to hold left, I think. Clearly, that's wrong. You want to hold, like, forward and to the right or something. Then you talk to Sid twice. So just mash X, then mash start and X, and then get out of there. If your PlayStation loads a little bit slower or faster than mine, it wouldn't surprise me, but, like, what are you gonna do? Then you talk to Yuffie twice. This is actually a recent development, something that's outdated about the last tutorial. So then you skip talking to Reeve entirely on the second go-around. And then you're going to need to talk to Shulk. What do you mean, who's Shulk? Classic Final Fantasy VII beloved character? You don't remember her? Yeah, she was a boss you fought for about 2 seconds. Now there's no save cancel, and there's no load during this loading screen. Don't let it scare you. I'm gonna be this loading screen for Halloween next year. Is really scary. Alright, so then you're just gonna curve back down. You're gonna go into the engine room. You're gonna take a quick dip in and out. And I think I'm actually gonna pause. Oh, it didn't pause. Am I recording? Okay, I'm back. Probably shouldn't have moved before I knew I was recording, but what could I say? I'm saving frames. So yeah, just dip your toe into the engine room, come on out, you'll trigger some cutscenes, and skip a few until you head into the next level, and you're good as gravy. There's another one that just plops you right into the game. I think there might not even be any more cutscene skips after it says Midgar Assault. Those are the kind of things I should figure out before a tutorial. Nope, there's definitely at least a save cancel. Alright. So you do want to shoot this barrel, and I'll explain why in a second. So hopefully you're coming into this level with some MP. If not, no problem, you just shoot the guys. But if I use an ether right here, that ether we bought for the extra 1,000 gil, then when I come up to this little group of dudes here, I can use either a fire materia or a thunder materia to kill them very quickly. I missed most of them, which is why I'd actually recommend using thunder materia instead, but I think you get the gist. And then these guys here, this is a mega potion by the way, you definitely want this. I think I'm gonna use the high potion. So once you kill the last guy and move past this barrier, the game's gonna start loading you. If you're able to get to here, then you get a free MP, which is, by the way, why if you do that if you don't have the ether, then you get free MP before the game loads, and it, you know, saves time. So you want to delay killing that last guy if you're trying to make it to the MP, and then you want the game to load you out right when you get the MP. It's a bit of a risky strat because if you miss it, then you waste even more time. But like, just don't be a baby, you know. And then make like extra sure you have MP coming into this part, because doing a thunder materia here saves so much time and also is like one of the coolest strats in the game. Check it out, you're gonna love this. This is gonna be the coolest thing you've ever seen. There's your high potion. Oh man, look at all these dudes. And then you just figure out which one dropped the key card and you leave. Isn't that cool? You do have to wait for them to come on the ground, because then I think they don't have an active hurt box, but pretty sick. Now, what I like to do is use those 2 high potions so that you could buy 2 more right there, but they're, you know, if you have like 1 high potion and 1 mega potion left and you think you can get away with it, then go ahead, but I recommend stocking up a little bit before coming into here, because it could get a little bit tight. On HP, that is. And you can just keep your weapon to equipped, because we're actually going to try to keep this chain shot all the way to the next boss. And again, if you're not that city dash inclined and you think you might accidentally kick, then just do regular dash jumps like this instead of city dashing. That way you don't risk losing your chain that you built up. By the way, you can see it in the bottom left, the little chain bar. Especially since there's a little bit of bumpy terrain here, you know, you might accidentally like dash off, then jump when you're not expecting, and then kick because you freak out or something. Anyway, limit breaker here that you don't have to get, but you definitely can. There's 2,000 extra gil right here if you think you need it. Then again, there's another 2,000 gil over here. And you know, the fires for some reason are like an active hitbox, so make sure you don't get caught on those. And this dead guy, not a dead guy, but this guy triggers a cutscene. And then you can just eat on out. I'm at full MP, so I don't need that MP there, but you can definitely get it if you want. And then just wait for the commander to stop moving, because that's when you can hit him. Bop him with the Thundaga. Again, you don't really have to aim Thundaga, but make sure you're at, you know, you don't die. You could definitely die in that section. You're taking a lot of heat. And then this guy, he doesn't become, like, you can't hit him. Oh, well. As I was explaining, there's a rare glitch where sometimes you can hit him, but normally he is completely invulnerable. And normally he summons goons, but they're all the way back here. Bad example for the tutorial, but at least I showed you the fast way to do it. Pretty funny stuff. But as I was saying, you don't need to kill him, and he is quite annoying to kill most of the time. But if you can just pop him like that, then you're good. Now, you don't really need to reload before this boss here, because you can reload right at the start of the boss, because they only come up over the building, like, at a certain spot. These guys, you're definitely going to need to go into your emulator and practice a little bit with save states. I didn't, so you're probably going to see this fight be pretty rough for me, but I can at least, you know, show the fight somewhat. So yeah, there's going to be 3 coming up on the building here. Hopefully you get all of them. Then this guy's gonna come and transition your camera for you. Then you pop the potion, please. And then yeah, they're gonna kind of, a lot of them come up over that corner, and that's all of them. So yeah, pretty quick. That's basically how you want to do it. I'm pretty proud. Split. There you go. Here you're gonna want to upgrade either the power booster or the gun, whatever you have left. And this is the level where you might not have enough gil. So if you feel like you're not going to have enough gil, get that 4,000 gil that I mentioned before. And in addition, you can sell some things. So things you can sell, the elixir that you got, there's a lot of money. You're able to, if you have 3 limit breakers, you could sell down to 2, no problem. And there's a gravity floater you could also sell. And some other miscellaneous stuff, like maybe you got like the short barrel or something. You could have sold that at level 1. But anyway, now, you're going to want to upgrade the Cerberus, and we actually have enough for Power Cross, but normally you would upgrade that at the next level, so I'm going to upgrade that next level. Rebuy the high potions if you have enough gil, and just get out of there. And luckily we have an elixir, so pretty cool. Might use that. This is another level that spawns you right in. I am still not used to it, but you want to kill all these 3 guys. Once you kill these 2, there's that guy who shows up, keycard on the table. And then there's 2 ways you can go around here. Pretty sure it's faster to go around this way, you know, if you don't get hit. And that chain just happens from the enemies shooting stuff. Don't worry about it. Another reload cancel. You can reload cancel by going into or what is this called? The Gatling gun. And you know you want to shoot these guys a little bit, but then after a certain amount of them come out, then 2 more are going to come out, and then you don't actually need to kill all these guys. Just the last one is going to drop you the key card. Not the last one you kill, but the last one that comes out. So you can kind of fiend it. You can skip it a little. Anyway, let's... I like to use red potions when there's a lot of time to think, because then you don't need to react to whether they're going to heal you a lot or heal you a little. And this part's RNG, you know, don't worry about it too much. But, you know, just shoot the guy when he comes out so he doesn't cause you any pain. And, you know, I wouldn't normally recommend going backwards on this part, but, like, if the dude's coming at you, you could, or if mine is coming at you, you can kind of dip back to dodge it. But then, you know, if the gate comes in, like, right when you're trying to do it, that's a bad look. So I just don't recommend doing it ever. Here's coming up is a weird one. By the way, you're going to take a lot of damage. Definitely be ready to heal. This is a save cancel, just right in the middle of the game. Kind of weird. Not even, like, a load. Anyway, shoot this guy down the stairs, and you can critical hit his bottom. I didn't pull it off there, so he's going to explode and kill me. Just, you know, a demonstration. I'm actually just going to buy a Phoenix down for demonstration purposes, just so that, you know, I don't die and be annoying. There's a jukebox right here. I like to buy high potions here a lot, which I'm also going to do, but normally it's just high potions that I buy. So here, this guy, you can shoot him with fire, then zoom in, and shoot him in the head. And there you go. Now you don't have to deal with him. As a potion he drops, kind of hard to get because you have to hit it from the back, but, you know, you can just not get it, who cares. This part, again, I suck at this part. Don't look to me for advice on this part. I don't know how to do it. I lose it every run, but anyway, yep, there you go. You need to kill all the dudes in this room, and they're very wily, and they like to run away. I did it decently there, but definitely not as decent as it can go. Also, I almost died. But anyway, don't use all your thunder here, because you do want at least enough to shoot 3 fireballs coming up, because that's how you build a nice chain for Rozo Part 1. Coming in here, you can actually dodge through this Black Widow and have him not explode in your face, but 99% of the time he will explode on you. So just, you know, try to dodge him, but you're not going to dodge him. Make sure you have enough health to tank it, or make sure you have a Phoenix down. You know, don't die, don't lose your run to that. Coming up here is the little tubes. There's a lot of tubes in the game. This one's the most obvious. If you shoot a tube, it will trigger a save cancel, and you can waste, like, half a second. So make sure you, if you want to waste, like, half a second, make sure you shoot the tube. I missed pitifully there, but, you know, I am joking. Don't shoot the tubes. It's just always a bad idea. They don't do anything. And by that, I mean, I don't know what they do. Maybe they give you, like, ultimate weapon or something. Here, you can buy ammo if you need it. You can buy high potions if you need it. I don't need anything. We only have an 8 chain, so we're probably not going to one-shot Rosso Part 1, but you could build up more chain on those little robot dudes. And you want to aim at her, wait for it to move, then hit her. Pretty simple. So my advice for Rosso is she has a lot of iframes, so just, like, shoot her when she's vulnerable. Don't, like, just spam shooting. And also, don't chase her down. If you chase her down, she tends to back up into pipes and stuff, and then that's when the fight can get really nasty. Where is she, by the way? Where'd she go? Again, not saying I'm any good at the fight. You can dodge these things by moving towards them, or, like, towards their lateral direction. Like that. She's shooting a lot of them, so I get to demonstrate. She has more attacks. The guns, you don't really need to worry about, just get hit. And this move, you want to walk backwards and double jump away when she does the kicks. She also does another move which she sends, like, a shockwave around the ground. That one's too fast to react to, which is why you always want to be moving to the left or to the right against her. I messed up the double jump thing there. I am going to pop an elixir out of pure panic. Also, I'm not, though. I missed the button input. That's okay, that's why you have Phoenix Downs. That's why I bought one for demonstration purposes. There you go. You could definitely do it better than that. There's some items around here. There's probably, like, a high potion. Not sure which one it is. You could probably figure it out. Okie dokie. And you're not going to have much gil at the end of this, but you're going to want to take the gil again. And you're going to need enough to upgrade the Power Cross, because there is a boss we need to melee coming up pretty soon. And if you have enough, you could upgrade the long barrel, but you probably will not have enough. You buy high potions. Definitely load up on any kind of healing, because this boss is not tough, but he requires a lot of items. So I'm going to buy mega potions too. There might, like, be mega potions or high potions at the level, so that might be superfluous purchase, but just buy them, you know? This is the part of the run where you really don't need money anymore. You'll have plenty, I assure you. And we're only going to take the gil one more time until we just take the experience, because we have enough gil. But anyway, we're just going to come up here, come around, try not to get hit by this sword guy. You could dash jump in order to hit that corner a little bit better. Use the Phoenix Down we bought, you know. Forgetting to use Phoenix Downs, I've lost a lot of runs to it. This is also the point in the game where potions are not that useful, so if you want to just use them all and blow them, I wouldn't be too mad at you. That's 1,000 gil if you need it. You probably don't. It's another place where city dashing is pretty useful. Right here is another 1,000 gil if you want it. It's pretty easy to get. That's a little bit tricky to jump over. 2 red potions here. Jukebox if you need it. I'll pop a mega potion. Then there's 2 handgun bullet sets. totaling 72. Quick math, quick math. By the way, the game will never give you a bullet count that isn't a multiple of 3, because your gun shoots 3 bullets per shot. Forgot to mention that, by the way, your gun shoots 3 bullets per shot. Oh yeah, you know what, I can talk about bullet stuff here now. So, when you shoot your gun actually shoots 3 bullets. That's most of the reason why your shots have so much RNG on how much damage they do, because it's actually a 3-barreled gun, and you're shooting 3 bullets at a time. Now, sometimes only 2 of the bullets will hit. This is also why when you shoot a box, sometimes it doesn't break. That means only 1 or 2 of the bullets are hitting. And, yeah, I guess that's actually really all I wanted to say about it. It's, you know, it's not too important to know, but it does explain some things that you might have been curious about. Anyway, look to the world record for how to do this boss really well. I don't really know how to do it very well, but anyway, shooting it with the power booster long barrel weapon should, like, topple it, and then you can shoot the bottom part. There's a lot of mechanics to this boss I don't quite understand, so I'm not going to try to explain it too well, but Thundaga and weapon kill the boss. There you go. That's your tutorial. Go wild. There you go. I don't believe this is the elevator section yet. It's not. You know, this is just some standard movement. Just keep city dashing. Get from point A to point B. Nothing too special. Some dudes running around. You can just ignore them. I don't know if they drop items. Who cares? You're on a speed run. You can buy items if you need to. Alright, here is, once you push this button, you have about a minute-long elevator section. You can use this to do a bathroom break or check your phone. And we're back at the bottom of the elevator. It occurs to me now, I may have been messing up the pauses. By the way, that's machine gun bullets, you don't need it. I may have been messing up the pauses. I may have been, like a slight delay in my voice or something. I apologize. Hopefully it's not messed up. Keep your eye on HP in this section. You should take a lot of heat here. Make sure you heal once you get to about like 300 HP. Here's another elevator section. It's a little bit more active. There's 4 dudes you need to hit, but make sure you don't hit the mines, because the mines will do like a ton of damage and probably kill you. The Jedi will tell you to shoot the mines for the end of mission bonus. I will tell you, you have enough money for the rest of the game. Don't worry about your end of mission bonus. Just, like, don't die to the mines. You can shoot the mines without dying, but it's a little hard, so I don't do it. I can now take the time to tell you, you cannot jump in the elevator. Fun fact. Guys should come out of this door down here, and they should come to these 4 corners. Or, you know, that wall, as so. I like to zoom in so that I don't accidentally automatically target a mine and shoot myself, although that sometimes happens anyway. And also make sure you're looking at your HP here. You know, it's an intense section, so you might not be paying attention to your HP, but that's why I'm telling you to pay attention to it. And then I'll catch you at the bottom of the elevator. And, you know, I'm going to delay the pause because I think that's how this works now. I could take this opportunity to figure out how pause. Okay, I think I now know how pausing works, and I'm sorry I've been messing it up. Anyway, we're at the bottom of the elevator. Oh, here's a trick. So you want to do city dash, dash jump, then city dash into there. And that's how you skip that section. Pretty sweet, pretty sweet. Then you're going to want to build a pretty big chain here, maybe like 8 to 10, and that should be able to get you to Or, you know, maybe more like 12, actually, is more appropriate. Yeah, I think 12 should be able to one-shot Rosso. This item, or sorry, not Rosso, Azul. X potion, handgun bullets, rebuy high potions, Phoenix down. Just stock up on everything. And then, get ready to chain shot the first part of the boss, and then you're going to do a limit breaker. Now, for the second part of the boss, I'm going to start talking about that because the first part's just a chain shot. For the second part of the boss, you are going to want to, like, jump and hit for the maximum damage, but I'm going to show the easy way because jumping and hitting is, like, hard and intricate. The easy way is just, when you get hit, you mash square, and then that's going to give you, like, a dash tech, which is a lot easier to, you know, handle. You just... So, first you limit breaker. Then you get on your healing item. I like to use claw grip for this part. Then you get on your... You run and hit him. Then you mash square, use the healing item, run and hit him again. You can hopefully follow along with what I'm doing here a little bit. And you don't need to heal for the last one, because the fight's over. That was a pretty good Azul fight. It can be faster with jumping, I think. Maybe it's not even faster, but, anyway. Now I'm trying to think. Do you want to... What split are we on? I'm trying to think if you want the experience of the Gil here. No, you want the Gil, because you still have one thing you want to buy. You want to upgrade the long barrel, because there's going to be some gargoyles here you want to hit. And you get upgraded again if you have the Gil. I'm going to assume you don't have the Gil, because you probably won't. Buy some high potions, buy some mega potions. Get out of there. The only reason you don't need high potions and mega potions, you're just buying them because you have the money at this point, but you might as well buy them, you have the money. Now, this gargoyle section, again, if I do it wrong, don't look to this tutorial for the gargoyle section. I am notoriously very, very bad at gargoyles, but general rule of thumb, most of them are going to spawn over here. You can kind of, maybe looking at them makes them fly over. You know, that could be total nonsense, but other things in the game do work like that. Then, you know, maybe one's over here. Yeah, here's where I fall apart. Definitely look somewhere else for good gargoyles. I have not done gargoyles well in a long time. You can do them, like, very quickly. It's another thing I need to practice. But anyway, you can kind of follow along where they're going, somewhat. Okay, the final one is going to stay in the air until all the other 7 are killed. So now you can watch, he's going to fly over to the left. Okay, so I clearly do not understand fully the mechanics behind gargoyles. But anyway, once you kill them all, this big guy's going to spawn. And he's going to drop the key card to this door. You could look to the world record run for how to do gargoyles better. I'm sure it's going to have a better gargoyles than this tutorial, so just real quick, go to speedrun.com, plug it in, and, you know, advance to about where the gargoyles are. Now here is where you'd like to have an elixir or something, or an ether of some kind, because these things are very hard to shoot at, but using Thundaga will hit them instantly. So, I'll just, you know, ether up again. And then you could actually, you could use an elixir here, because if you use Thundaga again on this guy that's about to fall down, you can get a free elixir, because he's not going to steal it from you. And there's also a Phoenix down, so you didn't have to buy the one at the beginning of the level if you actually remember not to. I never have. Hey, you're just going forward a little bit here. Some more point A to point B action. Alright, so here, there's a little bit of advanced strats. These guys on the ground are only damageable by melee attacks and magic attacks, so what you're going to want to do is, if you shoot this guy in the middle, the other ones will start running towards you, you know, a little bit, and then you can start hitting them with Thundaga. So you want to have your elixir ready. I am going to die here, but that's fine, you know, I'm menuing, I'm explaining. Have your elixir ready, because once you use all your MP, you're going to want to, you know, get it back. Although there is a station right there. And there's, you know, these guys drop ethers. There's ethers all around. Anyway, now you can kill this guy in the middle. Headshots for faster kills. And you can unlock this. I'm pretty sure that's just the wrong way. So just go over here. And there's a mana here, so you don't need to refill your mana that you just used. Then you're going to want to go down here, shoot all 5 of these boxes. The last box you shoot is going to have a key card, so you're going to want to shoot the last box when it's, like, next to you. And, you know, sometimes the enemies will break boxes for you. It's nice when that happens. So definitely make sure you have your Phoenix down equipped at all times. It was scary. We almost died there. Would have had to do this all again. Which, you know, I might still have to, because the pausing might be weird. Alright, this is a very easy section. You kind of just, for the first part of it, you look behind you, and you shoot the dudes that are coming up. It's, you know, very easy. And then after that, you just sit here and wait while the Dragonfly shoots at you. Don't bother healing, because you get fully healed at the end of the next section. And I'm going to pause. I'll catch you when we get back. And I'm going to delay it. Alright, so you'll notice I'm leaving this section with a pretty decent amount of a very low amount of HP, because we're about to be fully healed. If you take a death during this section, it's not a big problem, because you know, your car is still moving, so it doesn't actually waste any time. So if you don't have a lot of healing items, then just like take the death, you'll be fine. And then coming up after here, we're getting to a pretty intense section. You know, nothing too crazy. Nothing in the game is like wicked crazy or anything. Not saying it's not a hype run, just not too difficult, you know? There's no frame perfect strats or anything. I would say it's a pretty beginner friendly run. But coming up here, there are a couple more of those soldiers that you can only damage with magic or melee, so what I like to do is build up chain on the normal soldiers, and then use fire magic to harm the soldiers that can only be harmed by magic. It's a simple concept, I know. So yeah, you build up your chain on these dudes, and then you can fire that guy and kill him in one hit. And you can notice if you have enough mana for another fire by the fact that the little fire materia there, you see it's not glowing. When I'm going to use an ether, it's going to start glowing. Like that. I missed him? I missed him again. I'm actually going to switch to Thunder here, because it just kills him in one hit. And one of these guys is going to drop a key card. Card key. Oh, I already picked it up. Okay. Oh, elixir here. There is an elixir coming up kind of soon. And I try to magic these guys, but then I always get hit, so I just kind of shoot them now. And again, last one drops the key card. This right here is a potion. It is not a potion. And I'll show you, it heals only 1 HP. So you really just want to try to dodge it if you can. Where is it? Yeah, but it heals 1 HP, so pretty much all it does is just make your mission bonus worse. So just like don't pick it up, because otherwise it's gonna crowd up your inventory. Anyway, if you need an extra limit breaker, there is one right here, and if you have 1 limit breaker, you do need an extra one. If you have 2 limit breakers, you can just get the one on the bridge, no problem. Also, PSA, there's one on the bridge coming up. I like to Thundaga these guys, kills them very quickly. Okay, yeah, they're dead. Then head over to the right here, and you have a little shooting gallery section. I could pause here and just skip it, but you know I figure it might be good to show. so you can get sort of an anticipation of where everything's coming out from. By the way, if you haven't used your elixir yet, you can feel free to use it now because there's one coming up pretty soon. Also, because it's useful to have full MP coming up to the section after the section where you get the elixir. By the way, I'm not incredible at this section or anything. I know where they're gonna show up, but like it's just not my strong suit. These mines are usually pretty hard to hit, so it might be good to wait until they get a little closer if you have other things to shoot at. And there are dudes in these windows. They are hard to see, especially on my TV, but used an elixir right there, by the way. But I assure you there are dudes in these windows sometimes, such as this window right here. I don't know what a good time on this is supposed to be, but that's like the end of the sentence, I suppose. And then at the final part, there's going to be these two guys. I like to aim at the back one, and then the front one will just get hit sometimes. Because the back one is always going to take longer to kill anyway, so might as well get all the damage you can in on him. And there we go. Make sure you get this card key so you can get this. You can jump over this railing pretty much right there. You don't have to go down the whole thing. There's no invisible wall. And if you used your elixir, there's one right here. And hopefully the game doesn't load for too long, but my PS2 is not the greatest, so I get stuck on that loading barrier pretty hard. And here's the extra limit breaker I was talking about. You want to trigger that EM wall and trigger this EM wall, and then dudes will start coming down. If you have ethers, you can use them here. If you have an elixir, you can use them here. But Thunder is very effective on pretty much every wave of this section. And I don't think I have any ethers. Oh, I do. Alright, sweet. So we definitely have enough to get through pretty much this entirely. Yeah, now we just elixir. There we go. Hey, you don't really need the Gil because, like I said, you don't need Gil for the rest of the game. We have enough. Alright. Now, up here, this item is fake, that box is fake, and this jukebox is fake. It explodes, by the way, kind of funny. But, you know, just don't mess with any of that stuff. It doesn't do anything. Or it does bad things, even. There's mines coming up here. You're going to want to shoot this thing before going past it, otherwise it'll fall on you. This part, honestly, no tips. Just go. This part, honestly, should have tips, but I don't. Just go. You know, if you get hit, you get hit. Whatever. Yep, go down there. Not sure why that section is timed. You literally just go. By the way, it's machine gun ammo. You don't need it. Definitely high potion. Buy some more high potions. This is also where you can buy handgun bullets if you want them. I just, you know, buy as many as the game will let you have, because hopefully that's the last time you have to buy them. I like to stand behind this little thing because it makes you can take a lot of damage here if you're not careful, especially with this Gatling gun dude. I'm pretty sure you need to use magic to make him, you know, not stop shooting or whatever. And then again, the last guy of these guys you kill is the last guy of these guys you kill is gonna drop a key card. So make sure you kill them in an order that you like. You know, preferably someone by the door is going to drop the key card. What is this, Mega Potion? High Potion, alright. Alright, there is a shop in here if you need it. It's pretty slow, but it's there. Alright. Coming in here, there's like bonus items with key cards or something. Definitely too slow for the run, though. I don't know why I'm mentioning it. But, yeah, just head on up here. Pretty much these later levels, you pretty much always need to keep an eye on your HP. It's very liable to just start melting, but well, once you get down to 300 HP, that's when Mega Potion's most optimal, because it heals 800, Potion heals 100, Mega Potion, and anything above it just fully heals you. There's nothing there. I like to use this jukebox a lot sometimes. And now we're coming into Nero. And then this is where I look at my splits and I go, why am I a minute red? What happened? Oh, it's because I messed up gargoyles. Classic. Yeah, so this boss is, his weakness is kind of like headshots, but he has like a lot of iframes on a lot of his moves. Like right now, we can't even hit him for the next, until then. And he's gonna move around, but just try to get his head. But you know, more iframes. Yeah, just shoot him and he's gonna teleport. You run over here. Hopefully these dudes don't spread out too much. I think there might be a way to manipulate it, but not a big deal if you don't. Shoot him, and then hopefully you don't have to move much to get to the next guy. And there's the main one. He's gonna dodge a little bit, and then this should finish him off. There you go. Try not to die during the fight. You know, keep an eye on your HP, like I didn't. Also, I think that might have been the end of the level, so the heal was unnecessary there, but oh well. And this is where you can start just pumping your stuff into experience, and if you don't need healing items, you can just exit the shop, or you can just buy all your healing items again. You know, it doesn't take too long to buy the items, so you might as well. At least the high potions, right? Because, I mean, how long did that take? Alright, this is a long level we're coming into. And at the beginning of this level, I think there is like a high potion and a phoenix down or something. High potion bullets. So, definitely don't need to max out on high potions, but, like, you know, you might as well. You have the money. Alright, then this is a mission you can just ignore. Just don't shoot the gargoyles. Who needs to? Oops. And, yeah, these items here, there might be, like, high potions or something. If somehow you're low on gil... If you're low on gil, just don't take the experience, just take the gil. But then, if somehow you're low on gil besides that, you can definitely take those. These guys can mess you up, these bugs. They have a lot of... They're tough. Alright, then, going up right here, just jumping usually won't get you over here. You want to dash and then double jump is weird, I know, but that's a mega potion, and it's also the fastest way to get over here. This is all 100 gil. I think there might be a potion somewhere over there. Like a good, not just like a regular potion, but like a good potion. Again, not necessary. You don't need healing, or at least you shouldn't. Alright, so for attack the enemies on the central pillar, you're going to want to go to the right side of the pillar. By the way, you can walk in the dark and I think even open the door there, because then the missiles have a higher chance to not hit you. Here's a great example of, you know, what could happen to you if you're not careful. Any of you might recognize this from the Kate Sith section. Handgun bullets? Potions. Okay. I mean, those potions are quick to get. You might as well get them if you have the room. And, you know, just do some city dashing down here. Okay, so this guy, you want to hit him with thunder. Don't hit him with thunder immediately, because if you flip him over that gate, you will be very sad. Okay, I do not have any more MP, so I'm going to switch to weapon 3, because that is the power cross with boosted melee damage, and he can get hit by melee. Excuse me. Yeah, you don't want the key card to flip over the thing. Anyway, this guy's just pushing a thing. You can just ignore him. He's cool. Again, keep your eye on HP in this section. It's going to get hot. The fact that we went from high potion straight to X potion means we probably don't have many potions. Okay, so this part. If you touch any of the beetles, they will all activate. So you want to avoid them, because if the beetles activate, then the door will close. And you won't be able to just walk through like this. If they do activate, you could probably hit them with thunder or something, but just try to avoid them. Anyway, there's good stuff here. I don't know what it is exactly. I guess bullets and a high potion. Good enough stuff. If you have a chain shot from killing the beetles on accident, you could save it by shooting this boss in the head with it, but if not, just fight the boss like normal. Find your way. You should be holding right with the camera at the start of this boss, because that's where he'll spawn in. And then hit him in the head if you can. You know, while he's facing away from you, it's kind of hard to do. There is, like, enemies on the ground, so just be aware. And at this point, you don't need to scope in, because he's going to put his head towards you anyway, so automatic aim is going to do the rest. And that's the boss. Again, your PS2 might load a little faster than mine. Now, you know, you might see my knowledge starting to wane a little bit. I might start to know this part of the game a little bit less, because it's pretty rare that I actually get a run that goes this far. Despite running the game 575 times, only about, like, 10 of those runs have actually been completed. Now we're going into Arachniro, and this might be wacky strats. This might be I'm off my gourd, but this was recommended to me by Shademp, and I swear by it. If you switch to semi-automatic in this boss instead of automatic, you can aim for the circle a lot better. So the way you're supposed to do this boss is you want to get rid of his 4 crystals, and then the crystals can't regenerate the shield. But how I recommend doing this boss is just go ham on the center thing. And then just, like, while the crystal is shooting the laser, it's not going to be able to set up the shield again. And you're going to have to do a save cancel there after setting to semi-automatic. But, yeah, you see, I just broke the shield. The thing's shooting the laser, so it can't heal the shield. And, you know, I'm going to get hit because I'm not that good, but you saw we were able to get a lot of shots in before the shield got recovered. So, if you can control it, try to break the shield while a crystal is out. And, you know, it's pretty hard to avoid the lasers, if I'm being honest, but you might be able to 2-cycle them if you're real good. But yeah, we got pretty lucky with the crystals just attacking us, so. But, yeah, once 3 of its legs are gone, it should leave, and there we go. Pretty painless boss. And then, because I don't want a menu, I just stay in semi-automatic for the rest of the game. Now, Gorgon Nero, all you gotta do is shoot his head twice. Pretty simple. Make sure you do it with weapon 1, because it does the most damage. Make sure you do pretty much everything with weapon 1, by the way. But, first step, you gotta find him. You gotta find where he spawns. He can spawn on the top or bottom of any one of these, including the one you're on, and then it's annoying. No tips when he spawns right next to you. Just die, I guess. But yeah, that's how you're supposed to do that fight. Pretty simple. Oops. Do not restart, whatever you do. And now we're gonna go fight Weiss the Immaculate. Don't bother healing, because we're actually gonna take a death during this boss, right? So the first part of the boss, you just die. And I think this fully heals you, so it doesn't matter if you don't heal. But yeah, so make sure you don't use your limit breaker before you die. You want to use your limit breaker after. By the way, you want to use a limit breaker in this fight. And this fight's a little bit RNG. If he goes and jumps on his chair, then it wastes time and there's nothing you can do about it. And if he does that twice, then you run out of limit breaker and then you reset. By the way, I always forget to skip this cutscene, so we get a little Hojo going, ah! It's pretty good. Anyway, if you tech by either jumping or dashing, you can get hit by him faster, so make sure you do that. And during that section, you can find your limit breaker. You want to be mashing cutscenes better than I do, but I think there's a save cancel here. Yeah? Yes? Yeah. Okay, and then find your limit breaker. Make sure you're on weapon 1, and just kind of go to town on him. There's like a... If you, like, spin, you can actually... hang on. Get to the limit breaker. If you spin, you can actually deal damage to him a little bit faster. You'll notice because the number, like, gets higher and higher instead of just keep saying 365. I don't know why I can't do it. You could probably... There it is. You see how it's kind of saying 700. You can get it to just like keep climbing. I don't know why I'm so bad at it, but I'm sure you'll be better at it than I am. So yeah, I mean, I'm sure. Yeah. You see, it just keeps climbing there. Oh, there we. Yeah. That's how you do it really fast. You kind of heard that it was like way faster. That's how you want to do it the whole time. I don't know how you do it the whole time, and I'm not even sure if anyone knows how, but spinning has something to do with it, so make sure you spin. Alright, then you split. Whoa, why am I 3 minutes red? That's how that usually goes. And again, you can just take the experience here, buy a whole bunch of healing, and definitely don't bother upgrading your guns from here on out because you're not going to be using them. Not going to be using your magic either. You get a, spoilers, you get like a big cool gun from this point in the game. Now, the jury's still out if city dashing is faster as Chaos Vincent, but I believe it is fastest to just keep pushing the square button without jumping at all. I haven't tested this, I don't know if anyone else did, but I believe the current consensus is just mash square. So hopefully the game will let us do that soon. Oh, I had to skip a cutscene. I didn't realize. There we go. So yeah, honestly, this part of the game is pretty casual, pretty nice. Once you get here, you know, you're probably not going to lose that much time, and you're probably not going to gain that much time. So it's like, you know, just do what you do and get the time that you get. Although you do have Crystal Feelers RNG left to worry about, but that's not something you could control, so why worry about it? This is more a philosophy tutorial than a Dirge tutorial at this point, but you get the idea. It's Dirge. Hit him with a little Doc Hudson camera. You know, I like to shoot these guys because they're really going to bother you when you're going up the stairs, particularly the star-shaped ones. You know, they shoot the lasers from max range. Yeah, they can be very mean to you, including when you're up here. Here, you can, you know, get some trick shots, hit 2 of them with 1 shot if you do it right, like I am. I died, by the way. It's a good thing we had a Phoenix down. And we don't have any more, so don't die again. This upcoming part, I don't think shooting the guys actually makes it any faster, but just shoot them just in case. Like, what else are you gonna do? It's, I could test it by just not shooting them and seeing if it doesn't end, but why would I do that when you can just, like, shoot them? Also, it's got a banger song alert. I don't hear it, I got my sound off, but I assure you it's there. Or I guess I assure myself, sure. Now this part, on the contrary, does actually go faster if you shoot them faster, so, I guess no tips for it. I haven't done this section enough to have tips for it, but like just do it good. Try to set it so that you have to reload at opportune times. And you know, they're always going to spawn in the front of the room. Here, these little dudes, you can see them kind of spawn in the shadows, and they will pop out and shoot you and like stun you. You can kind of make that not happen by shooting them first, but I honestly don't know if it's faster to just ignore them or not. I kind of play it by ear. In other words, I don't shoot them and then I get hit, so I shoot them and then I go, that was slow, and then I get hit. you know how it goes. But yeah, just dash up here, not a big deal. Don't accidentally go left around the thing, because then you'll run into a wall. I know it looks like you can go left, and it's faster to go left for the other things, but don't do that. I think there's a save cancel here. Yep. Just hold forward, mash square. This should be Omega Cocoon? The end of the level, actually. And again, just take the experience, whatever. Buy the item. Honestly, just like don't even buy the items. You probably have enough. You can just skip the shop. You know, I mean, look at how fast that is. If you don't buy items, it's fast. So this boss, Crystal Feelers, it's entirely RNG. There are ways, you know, you can still play the boss well, despite it being RNG, but for the most part, you're at the mercy of the feelers. Just make sure you see when the feelers open up, and make sure you don't miss the feelers, by the way. That would be extremely embarrassing if you missed a feeler, especially if you did it while you were recording a tutorial. That would be really embarrassing. But typically the feelers are like pretty nice until the last feeler, when it's like a toss-up. You know, you can kind of just go feeler to feeler. Only one is going to open up at a time. And you can shoot these guys just so that they're not annoying when you're trying to run from feeler to feeler. And by the way, the crystals only get hit by melee attacks. Pretty sure magic also doesn't work. Although I don't think I've tested it. Staying in the middle of the feelers might be a good idea, or you can commit to one. It's really up to you, I guess. I think technically, mathematically, it doesn't matter what you do. This is a great example of a feelers that is unlucky. A bad feelers, if you will. And then, you know, once it's one left, obviously, you can just go to the last one. Hey, they drop high potions, by the way, and death penalty bullets. Death penalty is the gun you're using, by the way. You finally get rid of that potion. There you go. That was Crystal Feelers. Now you're gonna have Omega Cocoon. I believe if you scope and aim at the top, you do more damage. That could be cap. I could be capping right now, but that is what I truly believe. Alright, now Omega Weiss is, again, I'm not the best Omega Weiss speedrunner guy, but you do have 2 limit breakers to work with, and when you use limit breakers, when you are in Chaos Vincent form, you shoot the gun very fast. That's like a slam move when he kind of goes up and down. Yeah, you can see we're just doing a ton of damage here. And the limit breakers run out really quickly in this mode, so make sure you pop another one when the time is appropriate. And, you know, the damage in this boss, it's not entirely understood why. Sometimes you deal 3,000 and sometimes you deal 2,000, but some tips is aim kind of upwards, make sure you scope, make sure you're close to the boss, you know, and I'm not sure if any of those are actually true, but that's what people say, that's what I do, that's what I say, so, you know, aim up, and then on the final hit, on the final hit, that's when you split, and I hope you PB'd. Thank you for watching my tutorial. I've been City Hall. Feel free to @ me in the Discord or comment on this video or something if you have any questions, and it's been a pleasure.